And we're live.
Hi. And we're
Hello.
live.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
We came back to our little studio that we are suddenly at the helm of making movies of. I forgot,
Oh,
how did
that's.
we get this? It was a blur. Our other companion
Um.
wasn't is not here today, but
I
they
think.
were
I think it's.
involved in this.
I think it's best if, for legal reasons, we don't disclose how we have found ourselves in this situation. Um. I think we'll
Yeah,
just keep this under wraps.
okay.
Yeah. That's just.
Yep, I could totally do that. We'll keep it under the wraps. Under wraps. Under the wraps. Under. Okay.
You said it
Uh,
right. Second time and the fourth time. You're good. You got this.
we got this.
Yes.
Today we I came here with an idea of sorts. So
Whoa.
because I'm suddenly now a college dropout and we're at the helm of making movies at this studio, I've had a lot of spare time using the free Wi-Fi in this building, to just kind of watch YouTube shorts, which is something I've never really done. But I've been just getting really sucked into the world of YouTube shorts now, and it's been really eating away at my soul. But to make that time wasted watching those shorts now feasible and usable for our jobs is, since the last movie we made, which was, I think, the Kid Cuisine movie, which really did well at the box office. That movie did
Oh yeah.
gangbusters at the box
We made
office.
like at least $3. It was pretty good. At
It was
least.
pretty good. Was
Yeah.
it $3?
Well, it was at least $3, and like, I think once you reach that point, it's like, does money really even matter anymore? Right? Like after you reach a certain amount of money, it just doesn't. I think a certain level of riches, it just you're just in the 1% at that point. So yeah, we made at least $3.
Made at least $3. Well, we have to make this movie a bit better, a bit more than $3. I'm also eating ice cream I
Oh,
bought from the store next to this
oh, we're
building.
going big on this. Also, by the way, I do want to clarify, just so you're aware, the
Hmm.
Wi-Fi is not actually free. Um,
Oh,
yeah, it's from. They didn't secure it very well, so just make sure that you know that they could look up your history if they really wanted. Um,
well, there's not really much that's incriminating. I could look at my phone right now. See, wait, hold, let me pull it up.
okay.
Chrome history. The last thing I had looked up, it says
Why did you
in
just close all of
cart.
those tabs?
I I didn't close
I
any
saw
tabs.
I saw what you did.
I
I'm
didn't.
watching you. I have my eyes on you. You closed
What?
like 20 tabs.
I
It's very
what? Do
obvious.
you
You
want to
have to
know?
swipe up. I'm standing right next to you.
Okay, but like, why are you so interested in like my subtle but like very apparent addiction to liquid death sparkling water? And I have all these tabs open where I can buy liquid death in droves and in cans in different tabs. I like to get my liquid death. Okay, I
Dakota,
like the way it
I
looks.
think we might need to talk about this after the movie. We might need to talk about this. Um, this I think this is becoming a problem. We don't have to go into it now, but I think this is becoming a problem for you.
Well, let's do our job first, and then we can worry about ourselves later.
Okay,
Hello.
okay.
Uh, uh, we are documenting all of our movie making, for the sake of chronicle and documentation and preservation, reasons. Our other partner is not here today. Our other partner is actually, hunting for things, as they described it, and they'll be back tomorrow. But we have to make a movie today, and we told them, "Is it okay we make this movie today?" And they said, "Yeah, sure." And I said to our good friend, over here, Yeah, let's make a movie. So I wrote it down based off the TikTok, sorry, the YouTube shorts I saw.
Hmm.
Most of them involved people telling you how to make YouTube shorts,
Ah,
internet culture, and for some reason, I found out about the many different species of frog. Um, Now, I wrote this down in a cold sweat.
wow.
I wrote it down on a little sticky note, and I went back to sleep. But I have an idea. Since the last movie was about like this animal going through this very real, visceral kind of change, which is meatloaf, and then our other movie being this kind of real, like dramatic documentary, autobiographical of another animal. How about we make this one funny? Because both of them have been very serious, and we need some more funny. And we have been making our movies main characters animals, which I have noticed. First a bunny, now a penguin. This time is a frog. Uh, I hope anything I said made any sort of sense. Again, I did tell you I wrote this down in a cold sweat. I was having like a sort of nightmare.
That's pretty impressive. Most of the time, when I'm sweating, it's generally hot, like in the room, or I'm sometimes outside and I sweat and it's generally hot. Um, Unless, okay, there has been a few exceptions to this, where it's cold outside, but I've put on far too many layers and then I start to sweat. So yeah, it's a really uncomfortable experience. So that's pretty impressive. Um, I think you also might have a fever.
Well, our living situation has not been the same since all of us gathered here on the fated day. So I think after the
Yeah,
last four
that's true.
weeks,
I do think the fact that um, I do think that I'm starting to think that what Plubo said about using this kitchen, um, that it was okay to that we could just use it right out of the box is not true. I think we might have needed to wash it down and get rid of the bodies. So I don't
I
think that's
mean,
very sanitary.
yeah, yeah, no,
I'm
we
starting
try
to
to.
I'm starting to worry about that.
I The smell is awful, quite frankly. No one can see this, and by the time they see this, we'll all be dead. So they can't really arrest us. Uh,
Uh, Wait, we're doing a tour of the studio next week. Wait, why are we gonna die? Wait. We need to go over this.
Not the time. We have to make the movie.
Uh, okay, all right. Okay, yes, movie. Let's make this. Let's just get this over with.
Okay.
Uh,
You have
so
to go back to sleep after this.
I have to go into my slumber for the next 2,000 years, and then I will awake again to release another movie. That time, I will make it about an anthropomorphic lizard instead of a frog. Um, at that time, like at least culturally, frogs and lizards have switched places in like how they're viewed. So
I just
lizards
cracked all
are
my
viewed.
knuckles.
Uh, that that's impressive. I am only able to crack half of them.
But in the sticky note, wait a minute, I have an idea.
Hmm.
So back in college, there was this one friend who I didn't really talk to that much, but she was one of those, what do you call them, streamers?
Hmm.
And she used to play a lot of horror games. I believe her name was Casey Plays XL,
Hmm.
and she played a lot of horror
Excellent.
games. I would sometimes pop in for her streams on Twitch. Uh, I don't really watch her streams too much anymore. We don't really talk anymore, but like when I was there, it was nice.
Yeah, that's
And I had
nice.
another friend who also wanted to get into like being an influencer, and they were very social media savvy, and I
Wow.
remember, yeah. their handle was like the non-binary Reaper or something like that, which I
Oh
thought
my
was pretty
goodness.
funny.
So amazing.
And another friend of a friend wanted to also get into influencing, and their tag was called "That One Guy Behind You," which isn't creative, but you know his videos really popped off. I guess I didn't really watch them. I was too busy stressing over how I would turn in my papers. Uh,
Oh,
I
I
feel
see.
that lost. I feel that lost. I feel lost because I'm not in college anymore. I was brought up to go into college, and now I'm not in it, and I'm living in this dilapidated building where I make movies with a assumedly not well individual who has violent tendencies but also has their priorities straight for some reason, and this random girl who I have never met who always seems so tired and very mysterious because we know nothing about her. So I'm kind of like in this space surrounded by a bunch of freaks, and I mean
I
that in the most loving way possible.
I'm your Uber delivery driver. Plubo wouldn't let me leave. I I you guys ordered pizza. Remember that?
Yeah, that was
Anyways,
2 weeks ago.
yeah, yeah, didn't last. Um, and the microwave doesn't really work super well, so, you know, that with all the hands in it.
Okay,
So,
stepping out of the story and the bit. Oh my god, we're taking such a long time to get to the actual plot of what we're trying to do. Let's just start it right now. Let's just.
okay,
Hey,
okay.
I'm for the bit, but we have to record this episode in an hour. This was written into like the sort of like structure of this podcast because it's kind of
Hmm.
like story driven to a degree, but like not in a serious way. But like events line up.
You, yes, you can definitely edit the majority of,
I'll just tell you what my friend said to me. Uh, she said she wrote down a text that says a frog that wants to be an inspiring YouTube short slash uh, social media creator, platform creator, and the way that he achieves this is by being an awful influencer.
I,
Do you
you
remember
know,
saying this?
I have a vague recollection of saying something to you regarding frogs. Um, though I'm pretty sure that was, if I remember correctly, I had another idea about gummy frogs instead of gummy worms. But anyways, that's a different thing. Um, so yeah, we're gonna make a movie about a frog. Um, all right, and I think it should open. Um, it should open in where all frogs start. Um,
Okay.
as a tadpole,
Okay.
and this tadpole, it will be a narrative on and growing up into who you're supposed to be, right? It will be growing up into yourself, right? So like, um, kind of like touching on topics of changing as a person and um, personal growth and finding your identity and all that sort of stuff. And so they will start as a tadpole and end as a frog. And their
Mm-hmm.
true identity will be a um, a very aggressive street interviewer, YouTube Shorts
A
content
pickup
creator.
artist. A pickup artist.
Oh, okay, okay, a pickup artist works as well.
I also okay. I like the idea of like the growing up thing, but I had a sort of twisted spin on that because like what you're saying is like kind of normal and like sweet and like nice and like it's giving aw, but like I have a sort of twisted idealistic view of this
Hmm.
right now. I'm ready to part with you this idea. I'm ready to part the curtain. Okay, so this is a world of frogs. A world of frogs. They're all
Of
different
frogs,
colors,
and
have different
occasionally a
spots.
lizard.
occasionally a lizard,
And sometimes salamanders.
and sometimes salamanders, but mostly
Yes.
frogs. And we can put toads in there.
Okay,
Uh,
toads are basically frogs though. So like they were already there.
yeah, I just people. Some people get really fucking ornery about frogs and toads and how different they
No,
are.
I know. I said that specifically to agitate those people. I yes, I recognize they're different. It's like saying a turtle is a tortoise. It's not. It's very different. It's completely different. There is no similarity
We're
at all.
not doing this right now.
I'm sorry.
We have to come back. uh, but let me get
Okay.
the. So essentially, frogs, toads, and then salamanders and lizards are in this place, but mostly frogs and toads. And essentially, it's what you said. They grow up, learn how to grow up, learn how to adapt, yada yada yada. Parents, friends, family, hardship, learn life experience, yada yada yada. But here's the sort of twisted delight I had when you said that. My face actually like became Jim Carrey the Grinch when you started speaking, uh,
Mhm.
because here's my pitch.
Mhm.
They do that, but in a sort of YouTube circa 2007 2006, uh, YouTube had a slogan, had a very old slogan that was called "Broadcast Yourself."
Exactly.
And what I'm getting from this, because that slogan, it was very much meant to be in the same vein as you just described the growing up thing. It was supposed to be very nice and sweet, and for that time, old YouTube like that, it used to really just be like, yeah, people broadcasted themselves, but eventually YouTube kind of became a lot more than it was in its initial form back in 2005, or 2003. I forgot when YouTube started. I think it was 2005.
Mhm.
And I'm sort of thinking every one of these animals are broadcasting themselves in this sort of like worldwide web, of like it's like this. Okay, what am I trying to say? It's like a
And
giant moon sun thing with a bunch of wires, and they at birth as a tadpole or whatever baby version of the other animals are that I forgot the names of. I'm so sorry.
I think I
Are
think they're called babies. If I
thanks.
remember correctly,
All,
I could be wrong.
all these all these damn babies. I they make it.
All these
God,
children,
all these children. They are
all these
gifted
childs.
they are gifted at birth a sort of camcorder like device where they are recording themselves, broadcasting themselves to this sort of connected internet sphere thing. And they record all of their failures and all of their triumphs. And people react to these failures and triumphs, and they deem that either socially acceptable or socially ineffective.
Wow, so it's like a content creator, exclusively content creator economy. That there's no problems with that at all. I cannot foresee
There
any
is so much
repercussions.
wrong.
I don't see
Oh,
anything wrong with that.
you don't?
That's my new philosophy. I'm not like capitalist. I'm not or even communist. I am exclusively um content creator list, and you have to produce at least 4 YouTube shorts a day in order to be considered a valuable citizen.
Oh, so it's like a game of like it's like a game of chess, but you are the piece. And no
It's
one is
like
the king and or the queen. Everyone is a goddamn pawn.
exactly, and the only winner here is the person who gets to sit on their couch for 8 hours a day scrolling TikTok.
Which in this case would be the sphere. I have to explain that sphere thing. I just needed like a sort of like thing to connect all this to. what we need to extrapolate on this sphere. Hold up. Let's explain what the sphere's purpose is. This is the main sort of source of the internet, as I described it. So let's try to make sense of this. What is
Mhm.
the sphere to you?
Round.
What is
I
the
would.
sphere to you? I ask again.
Uh, okay, oblong, I guess,
Oh
slightly.
my god! I'm
The
cracking my
sphere,
knuckles again
the
in
sphere
rage.
to me represents represents our collective desire as a people to be seen and represented.
Okay.
Is that better? Can I?
That's
Am I
that's a
okay?
much more structural idea than it's round.
Well, you didn't give
I
me any
gotta
other
say,
descriptions.
I
How would I
didn't.
know what shape it is?
Uh, moving on. Let's continue on what let's continue with what you said.
All right, all
So
right.
it's a representation of the people's want to be seen and heard.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Now, I said this movie was going to be comical, but we can go for the rule of threes and make this dramatic again, or we can go with the comical approach to this.
To be honest, I think it would be amazing if it was comical through extremely intense drama. So like ironic drama. So for example,
Hmm.
it's a movie about a frog, and it's like a nice movie, and it's seeming really dramatic and inspirational. And then here's this twist I came up with all by myself. They become a pickup artist,
The worst thing, God, that's a fate worse than death. But go on.
and then they get famous. And
Is this the? Is this? Hold up. Hold up. Hey, hold up. Let me take a sip. Let me take a swig of my drink because I might have to
okay,
cut this out. Wait a minute. So, are you saying this person? This is a movie about a class traitor.
um, no, 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 no. It's a movie about someone's someone's struggle for, to follow their dreams, because everyone can follow their dreams,
Okay.
especially if you do it on your own and and make it about yourself. And the moral of the story is the moral of the story is um you don't you don't need anyone. You're unique, and when you get to the top, kick the ladder down so no one else can
Oh
rush it.
no! Oh, it's so this. Oh, okay. So it's like a game of chess. Everyone's a pawn, but everyone eventually becomes a king
No,
or a
no, no, no.
queen.
You've got it wrong. I'm
I got it
sorry.
wrong. Okay.
It's not
Okay.
chess. It's checkers. But okay, continue.
Fucking. Oh God! I coughed. I'm fine.
Continue.
Oh fuck.
Mm, yes.
Not the fact that you interrupted to say no. Actually, it's checkers.
Well, checkers.
It's 4D chess.
I mean, you don't play chess. You don't play chess with spheres. You play
You
checkers.
don't play. You don't play. Okay, so it's 4D checkers.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding. Yes.
um.
That's
Okay,
that's a
so
funny
it's sim.
joke, because checkers is 3 dimensional, but you play it with 2 dimensional discs, and then 4D chess would be played with 3 dimensional spheres. Okay, continue. I'm sorry. I don't. Um, I
Anyway,
check. If you play checkers, you're a joke. That's all I'll say.
I've only played checkers like a few times in my life. Does that mean I'm the funniest person alive?
Um, it it means it means something. Anyways, yes. So this is a movie. It's very inspirational. I'm sorry. I can't tell if you're crying or laughing right now, but I'm sorry either way.
I drunk a
You're drunk.
liquid. No. I was drinking something, and you said you sure are something, and I laughed, and the drink went in my nose, and I had to step out the room for a sec.
You're
Oh
welcome.
my god.
What are you drinking? Are you drinking
Am I drinking what?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What did I don't even want to
I,
know what you said. I'll find out in the edit of this.
I didn't say anything. I stuttered and laughed to myself.
I'm drinking non-splash bleach. That's not true.
I don't think you should do that. I was gonna
You
ask
can't
if
do
you're
that.
drinking Spleminade and if I could have some.
What's You're so off topic. What is lemonade?
It's a really it's really good.
What are you
It's
what are you talking
really
about?
good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's really good. Um so it's Sprite and it's also Coca-Cola mixed together.
That sounds disastrous. That sounds like like a cacophony of just soda
it's
in general.
it's kind of like Pilk, but it's actually tastes. I mean, okay, if you mix Sprite and Coke, that basically makes water Coke.
Water Coke. Yeah, you mix in Sprite with fuck you Coke, and then you just get water Coke.
Well, that's because so what I'm trying to say is like Sprite is just water Coke anyway. And then if you mix Sprite with Coke, it's just like less water Coke. Does that make
It
sense?
still sounds disastrous.
It is, but once you get used to the varying textures of the bubbles, it's perfectly fine. You'll notice that Sprite has slightly larger and less frequent bubbles than Coca-Cola. But like once you get over that dissonance, it really does nail that syrup water taste.
Awesome. Back to the movie.
Yes. Anyways, back to the movie.
So
Stay
you were
stay
saying
focused.
something. You were saying something about the I guess
Oh,
what the spearmint and how they wanted to be seen and represented in
right.
ironic comedy. I think.
Yeah, yeah. So it would be a movie. Okay, and get this. The main
Hmm.
character.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because it's such a funny idea. They're a frog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. We knew
that would be
this.
so funny.
Wait
I
a
think
damn! Stop it! we
I
you you're on one tonight.
I have consumed nothing but
Hmm.
I've consumed nothing but spleminate. It's
Wouldn't
not
that
it's not even that funny.
Still
I don't know why
that's
it's so
still
funny.
the in the on one description the one, you know.
Yes,
So
exactly. Um,
but you wanted it to be like so serious that it's funny. How in the is that what I'm getting at here?
yes, exactly. So, like, have you ever seen, let's think of a serious movie. Have you ever seen John Wick?
No, but I like know the vibes.
Exactly. Those, that,
Oh, like wait. Would another movie be like something
I'm
like akin
sorry.
to Fast and Furious?
I'm
Because like Fast
sorry.
and Furious takes itself very
I
seriously, but also it's very funny when people watch it who are like not invested in Fast and Furious and they watch the movie and they're like, "This is kind of ridiculous," but like I'm still here for the ride, I guess.
Yeah,
Is it like
so it's not like that at all.
no? Okay. I'm trying to pick up the vibe you're putting down right now.
Okay, okay. Um yeah, so you imagine John Wick, right?
Okay.
It's nothing like
I
I'm
am.
sorry.
I
I
imagine so.
um damn, I had way too much sugar.
You
I mean,
again are
no,
on
I
one.
didn't. I actually didn't. I had no sugar. I promise.
You changed
Um,
that up so fast the moment I realized what you said. Makes you
nope,
think.
definitely not. No sugar at all. None for me. I'm like,
That
oh right, you want to make a movie? Um, we could make it, and there's gonna be. We could make it about a frog.
uh huh.
That'd be just so funny. I think that would be a
That'd
good
be
one.
so grand.
Yeah, and it'll be nothing like John Wick.
It'd be nothing like John Wick.
Yep, that's my idea.
Uh, that's your idea. Okay, so okay. I assume we're still going with the same idea. With the they want to see themselves and feel represented in this sort of sphere that is connecting all of their cameras together. Because like
Um,
they record, they broadcast themselves right
oh
to
yeah,
this
yeah,
sphere.
yeah. That's right. We're gonna have a extremely individualist, capitalist society that relies on creating content for income, and if you don't meet the requirements, um, then you end up as food for the orb.
Oh God, that's dystopian.
Okay, okay. Now imagine this: the orb is
Okay.
actually a spider.
Oh, I hate
Because
those things,
no,
but
no, no.
that's
Think about it.
perfect.
Think about it. Because a spider web, internet,
Mhm.
orb, orb weaver.
Surfing the
It's
web.
perfect. Exactly. You see, it's all connected.
That's hey.
Um, and the spider is actually far bigger than the frog, but we don't go into the reasons why this is. It's just
Mhm.
assumed to be normal. Um,
Yeah, it's
because
not
in this
important.
universe, the universe is exactly the same, except for spiders are unnaturally large.
Okay, can I just say, don't want to live in that universe.
Yes, I understand.
Hmm.
That would be a horrible universe to live in. But
Hmm.
thankfully, we live in this one, where spiders can only get
Yes.
to the size of a pumpkin.
Okay. Hey, all right. Let's. You're scaring me. I know it's Halloween time, but you're scaring me.
Um,
Anyway,
look, look. The
the
internet is a
webs.
scary place.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. Yeah. It usually is all the time without fail.
Exactly. Um, all right. So I think we have a good movie.
That was the most incoherent bringing forth of one of a I promise you the structure of the last episode was probably the most idyllic of the way that we wanted to do this, and then this is the most bare bones, just harebrained version of this podcast ever, which I don't mind. It's okay to have one of those sometimes.
Do you want to add more details?
Just
We
a
can add more
few.
details. Okay, okay.
Just a few,
What
just to make
details
it
would you like?
much more understandable.
We could
Okay,
specify the species of the frog.
that's a little too specific. We have to make it. Wait, okay. So, if this is a individualist capitalist society, they broadcast
Hmm.
themselves and they have to meet a certain quota, and if they don't, than the giant spider in the sky that's unnaturally large for some reason that is not important
I
and
think
will never
it's
be elaborated on
I think
ever,
it's all the frogs it eats.
is going to be fed to them. Now,
No, they're gonna be fed to it.
yeah, no, fed to it. Oh, them. Sorry, God, just one is bad enough. Uh,
Imagine, imagine.
don't. Hey, hey. I'm about to
I'm sorry.
I'm about
I'm
to Looney
sorry.
Tunes sledgehammer you.
I'm sorry, but I really want you to consider that.
Don't. I just got my brain off of the imagery.
Okay, okay. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
have a
sorry.
vivid imagination.
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Don't consider.
Okay. But we have to. Okay,
That-
so they get fed to it, right? Now, what
Yes.
happens to the frogs when they get fed to it? How does it benefit this unnaturally large thing?
It gets bigger.
Worse. Okay, but
Yes, the farmer is about to step on it though, so that's how the movie ends. It just goes pop.
Wait a minute. Is this okay? This is really specific right now. This is really specific. I'm about to go into the actual droves of my actual mind. I'm about to mad dash through my mind palace and go to 8-year-old me right now. And I'm giving you an idea. I'm not sure if you even saw this movie, but I know for damn sure I saw it. And if I would
Milo and Otis.
huh?
Milo and Otis.
Who?
Okay, sorry. I was just guessing.
No. There was an
Robots.
old movie by the. So there was an old movie.
Despicable Me Too.
Pharrell Williams, Happy, one of the most popular songs of 2014. When did Despicable Me 2 came out? Because that song was everywhere when that movie came out.
It was, I think, in theaters.
I was a child when that movie came out. That's insane to me.
Um,
I cannot
you
believe I
were.
live in the same era where I can process that the first Despicable Me movie came out, and I was like 8 or 9, and like I'm like older now, and I can like understand that there's like little children who like find the Minions entertaining, and it's like I know the origins of this. That's a genuine thought I have sometimes.
Yep, you actually were there when the Minions was conceived. The ideas were drawn up. You had been birthed into the world and to witness its greatness.
Greatness
Oh
is
my
not the word
goodness,
I would
Dakota.
use.
Dakota, I have the best idea. So we're making a
Okay.
movie. We need to
Yes.
create a really obnoxious but cute creature with a simple yet recognizable design. And then we can make merchandise. We can make so much merchandise.
I despise everything right now.
Imagine
You are
we could
hitting
just
all the points.
we could just make factories and factories just producing just a huge amount. We could fill up all the arcade machines. What are they called?
Bro,
The
our
little
cup runneth
claw
over.
machines. Exactly.
Oh
We-
my
we will-
goodness.
It is the token to infinite riches. And then we'll copyright it as well. We'll make sure to really get that
yeah.
copyright. Well,
Fuck.
like we'll make them little spheres, like little tiny spheres, like little baby spiders, right? But they're actually really cute, like jumping spiders. And then we'll copyright spheres.
Sounds ridiculous. We should do it.
Yes. We'll also make sure we'll make the frog blue, and we'll also color that exact shade of blue. We'll copyright that exact
Wait,
shade
the
of blue.
spheres you said was like a giant sort of arachnid thing.
Well, no,
I
that's
I refuse to say its name.
Arachnid is better than spider.
No, it's worse. But I refuse to say
Okay.
the actual name. However, I have an idea.
Okay.
This is sort of to addendum to your merchandise idea, but this is also sort of to quell my actual arachnophobia.
Uh huh.
So the sphere is a
Uh huh.
sphere, but
It
its
is.
legs are one of an arachnid.
Oh my god, that's a genius idea. And the arachnid can be like, it can have 8 of them because it's a spider, and then it will have a sphere for the body.
Yes.
Wow, I came up with that all by myself. I'm so good at this.
Yeah, that's that. You you're really running off of fumes right now. That's you're eating it all the way up.
I have inhaled way too many fumes. How did you know that?
Nothing gets past me. We live in the same home.
That's true. Can you check the carbon monoxide detector real quick?
Uh, the last time I checked, the light was red. Um,
I think that's fine because, like, if you look at a camera and it's like when it's recording, it's red. So I'm pretty sure that that's a good thing. That means it's on.
in the world of the movie we're making, yes. In the real world, the real world, no.
Hmm. Wait, it's not.
Change your carbon monoxide meter, please.
Wait, really?
I think
You're
red means
scaring me
bad.
right now.
I think
Wait,
red
red
means
means
bad.
bad?
I might be talking out of my ass. You have to double check that.
Oh my goodness. That's actually scary.
Because hold up. Am I confusing this with a smoke detector?
I think you're confusing it with a camera. Because cameras have the red light. And that means they're working.
Yes. Okay. Um, it's 10:55 p.m. We are 42 minutes into this podcast. I promised you an hour, so we will make this
Oh yeah,
work.
we will. We will do
Uh,
this. We will publish this
okay.
movie. Do you have video editing software?
Uh, Most of our work goes to many different people. So whenever we actually make the first draft of the movie and what it's supposed to be and the vibes and all that, we somehow have to always end up scrounging up everything for it. So like people to work with us, people to do the voice acting, people to do the art. And if that doesn't happen, we just all do it in the course of 2 years.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, gotcha. Well, I have a couple
yeah.
pictures of frogs, so if you put them in a, like, I don't know, CapCut or something, and then put some, like, Kevin MacLeod, I think we got this.
Kevin MacLeod. Oh my god.
I think we got this. I
Okay.
think,
There's a trailer idea in my brain. You
mm-hmm,
brought up you brought up thy man's name, Kevin MacLeod. Now
mm-hmm,
I have an idea.
mm-hmm,
The movie is very serious to the point that it's funny, and the trailer
mm-hmm,
is also very serious. But
mm-hmm,
to balance out and even maybe teeter the seriousness to comical, we
mm-hmm.
the trailer is
The main
very
character.
serious happening. Wait,
The
wait.
main character
God,
dies.
there. Not what I meant. the tra- the trailer is the clips from the movie, but underneath all this,
Mm-hmm.
the music that is playing is YouTube copyright free music. So Kevin MacLeod.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
That other guy who I can't name right now, but his name's starts with a J. And I actually, in one of my
John.
old playlists on YouTube, have a bunch of random YouTube copyright music. So I could
Oh no.
find it later and send you a bunch to get like a general vibe.
That okay.
And throughout the
okay.
whole movie, there's a bunch of under like copyright free YouTube music playing behind the whole movie, just the whole movie. But it's like at 0.1 decibel. You could barely hear it, which is just barely.
You should
hear
do
it.
that. You should do that for this episode. This episode, you should do that.
That's horrid. I'm not doing that.
No, and then they turn it up. really loud, and they can like bear.
That's bad. Oh God.
You can do this. I
Oh,
believe in you.
I hate that idea for this. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna have a not fun time if I edit that in there and just listen to it. I'm gonna actually pull my hair out.
Well, it's okay. You can just stretch it out really slow, so it's barely noticeable.
Ah,
So you can only hear it if you speed up the video to the point where it reaches 2 minutes, and then you can turn up the volume, and then you can hear it. It's an east. It's what the kids these days call an Easter egg.
fucking stuff. Stop it.
I don't
You're
see what
o-
your problem.
You are so on one today. Right now, you
Two
have
actually.
never
There's
been
three actually.
this. You're on 3, girl. I don't know how to tell you that's much worse.
There's two actually. Yeah. No, there's three.
Okay. So the market. Wait, we're going back to the marketable.
I'm so sorry.
Plushy idea. The spheres can be different colors. Just the spheres. Like they could have like one that looks like a crystal orb.
You're
One
right.
That's, like,
We could
mint
copyright
green,
all
one
of the
that's, like,
colors.
light pink.
We could
Yes,
copyright
we can be
so many
awful,
colors.
Copyright colors like fools. And
We should just like copyright the entire shade of red. That would be so good. Imagine every time someone wants to color anything red, they have to give us a kickback of 13%. Maybe we could bump it up to 17%.
That sounds horrid.
Well, after that, we can then take over all factories that produce red dye, and then we can dramatically
What's it called?
increase the
Red.
price.
It's called a red number something. I forgot what it's called.
Oh yeah. Well, we could make more of them, right? Like at that point, we
We
would
put
have.
food coloring on the sphere plushies.
Well, if it's cheap to produce them that way, sure, yeah. Like whatever,
Yeah.
whatever works, whatever's cheap. It's okay if like some people get cancer, right? That's not really the
God,
point.
we're being awful in the bit right now, but I'm all here for this. Because when we take a step back and finish recording this episode, we're going to be like, wow, what a bunch of idiots.
No. We're not being awful. We're being profitable. Very different.
Stepping back into the bit, yeah, sure, friend.
Yes, absolutely. Wait, this is a bit. Are you there? Are you all right?
Okay, so let's go over the synopsis of the movie one more time.
Okay. So it's about a frog.
In a world full of frogs, toads, lizards, and salamanders.
Yep.
Just thought I would let you know.
I think you got it. I think we got it.
Yes, but we have to explain the synopsis.
I'm sorry, you're right. So I think it's.
We're just
I'm sorry.
all we're doing
It's
is
just such a
doing
funny
a rundown
idea.
of the movie again.
You're right. So it's about a frog.
Yeah, it really tickles you, doesn't it?
I'm sorry. It's not even that funny. I'm just so tired. Okay. It's about a frog. I can do
You're
this.
just
I can
so-
do this.
Okay.
One day. I can do this.
Okay.
I can do this. So it's about a frog.
Okay.
Okay, I did it. Got it.
God damn it!
We got the clip. That's a wrap.
I can't-
I think we're good now.
Oh, okay, wait. Okay. It's about a frog
Mhm.
in a world full of toads,
Mhm.
salamanders, and
Mhm.
lizards, and they
Mhm.
all are born with a camcorder like device where they, from their conception to their death, are
Okay, I
to
have some
broadcast
questions.
themselves to. Huh?
Sorry, go ahead. No, no, no. Keep going. I'll ask my questions at the end.
Okay.
It was
Uh,
the logistics of how. Anyways, we'll just keep going.
okay. Are to broadcast themselves to the sphere, which is a orb with arachnid legs. And from underneath the sphere, there is a web. Essentially, it represents the internet. And everyone living in the society, in this individualistic society, are to broadcast themselves at a certain quota every day from when they're born to when they die. And if they don't meet that quota, they are then fed to this orb, this sphere with these arachnid legs, that when it's fed frogs, salamanders, lizards, and toads, it gets
Hmm.
unnaturally more bigger than it already unnaturally was. This movie's
That's
vibe is
unnatural.
rather serious, but serious to the point where people find it funny to a degree.
Yes, it's like
And we have
yeah.
marketable sphere plushies that are dipped in food coloring.
I mean, whatever works.
And we have to find a name for this movie and a rating, I assume. And the trailer is the very serious events of the movie, but with primo absolute fucking kino YouTube copyright free music playing in the background. And the whole movie has the undercurrent of the exact same movie in the trailer, but with more songs at 0.1 decibel.
That sounds like a hit. Honestly, I could not imagine watching that. Like, that is unbelievable. I genuinely. It is such. I'm literally. I would say speechless. It's such. It's one of those movies where it's like, you walk out of the movie theater and think, "Wow."
Wow, what the fuck did I just watch?
Exactly. But like,
And like your legs are tired and your head is dizzy and you're ready to sit back in the car wondering what the fuck just happened.
you're
I want to
like
go
you're like
home.
you get out of the movie theater and you're thinking to yourself, I really just watched this. And it's one of those movies, like, it really leaves you with that sense of awe at the director and how they could make something like
This,
this.
we had 3 movies that defined our career. And they're
Exactly.
all about these animals going through this very. Have you noticed all these movies have been very dramatic and very like visceral? The first one is about literally a bunny going through psychosis and becoming this sort of Mandela effect kind of meat horror thing. And then the second movie is like an autobiographical about the struggles and trials and tribulations of what it means to rise to the top. And this third movie is about this horrible society where you have to legitimately broadcast yourself every day to this entity that you don't even understand. And if you don't meet the quota and appraise yourself to it, you will be fed to it and die.
You get it. You get it. You understand.
It's like A24 and Blumhouse Studios for some reason just became one.
It's like oh my goodness. It's like, I don't actually know any studios, but like, if two really good ones made a movie and then they combined.
They would make this.
Yeah. Yep. You get it.
We gotta find a name for this movie. What's this name gonna be?
It's gonna be. We could just call it's about a frog, right? So, what if we called it "It's About a Frog"? It would describe it, you know.
I I feel like we got to put a little bit more work in there. Just a bit. Because it's about
All
a
right, all
frog
right.
doesn't really entail me anything.
How about just we'll make it simpler and more iconic. We'll call it frog, and then we could copyright the word. We could also copyright the word frog.
God damn it! Oh my god. I,
Look, sometimes it's just business, you know. And
it's
we got
just business.
we made at least $3, and we're reinvesting it.
We're gonna make $7 from this movie.
At least, at least.
At
Um,
least. Wait. Hold up. I think I have an idea for a name. Let's think about the nature of this movie, right?
Huh?
There. Some people enjoy having to broadcast to the sort of wide web thing, and they are all about it. Others have to do it, so they don't really think about it too much. And others really hate this, and they don't want to do it, but they still do if they want to live. And then others fail to and get eaten and whatnot. And we have to incorporate the kind of broadcasting yourself feature and the frog nature of it into its naming conventions. So I would say, let me think. I would say that something
Spider-Man,
camera.
Spider-Man, Homecoming.
No, not Spider-Man. That for sure is copyrighted.
Dang it. Well, we'll wait 50 years.
Well, like 50 years. The public domain will grab hold of that web slinger someday, I guess.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Mickey Mouse first, though.
Yes. We could call it Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
You are... Okay. Come on. We got a couple more minutes of this left. Come on, please.
All right.
Work with me here.
All right. Frog, the YouTuber finds an orb.
The YouTuber finds an orb. Wait, how does the movie end? Shit. Does our main frog live?
Well, eventually, they become so consumed by themselves and looking at their reflection in the orb that the spider eats them.
Again, that's horrid.
So you see, it's setting you up for the expectation that it's a positive movie about growth and but then it devolves into hyper individualism and narcissism in that society's definition of success, and it leads to the destruction of the character. And it's a commentary on how ultimately creating yourself as a commodity and becoming obsessed with yourself can lead to the destruction of your identity and who you want it to be, and that there are many different definitions of success.
We finally had real words out of you.
Okay, I was lucid for 2 seconds, and now we're back to naming. Let's see.
Okay. We have to incorporate frog and like a camera or video kind of naming thing.
Shoot, let's think. Forg.
Okay, explain that one.
So it's like the word frog, but you switch the letter O and the letter R.
Wait a minute. Hold on, wait. Okay, wait. So I'm gonna keep that, but it's just... Okay, wait. Shit. I was gonna be like, okay, so you know how like certain websites have .org? So I was gonna try to like do like frog.org or like frog, like you said, but like put a period after the F.
F.org sounds like a different kind of website.
You're trying here.
All right. We'll call it X. X.com.
That sounds worse.
It's pretty
Okay.
good. It's pretty good, I
Note to
think.
self. Dakota, cut what you're about to say out. Uh, so you said the frog falls in love with the spider,
Uh huh.
and in my brain, I'm like, that's funny, but
It
my
is.
brain went to like the very serious drama of like movies that are about interracial relationships and how people of the olden days hated that.
Like
But
the
it's not
Fire and Water
interracial.
Girl
It's
movie.
yeah, like elemental. It's interspecies.
Fire Boy and Water Girl.
Fire, boy, and water girl. Yeah, that's what that
Might
movie
think
was
so.
about.
Yeah.
Oh
It,
my god,
it
I didn't
it
even know that.
it's a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing, but like instead of kingdoms that hate each other, it's racism. I actually have no idea if that's what it's about.
Ah,
I
damn.
I should not just say things. I think that's what it is, though. I do think that's what it is, but I have no proof or confirmation. I've never seen it, and yeah.
But
Um,
yeah, no. Uh, so the frog. We can make. Oh, okay. So the director's cut would be when the spider eats the frog in this very horrid, no music, just absolutely grotesque, violent way. But also in a sort of weird National Geographic kind of way. And the the public, not director's cut, I guess. Well, both of them are public.
mhm.
Okay, the Zack Snyder cut would be the spider eating the frog. The not Zack Snyder cut would be when the frog falls in love with the spider, and the end. And it is a message about uh, completely the what you already described earlier about different meanings of success and finding one's truth in the way that you kind of maneuver around the world and uh, being able to connect with people and helping others and learning how to make yourself better and being one with your community and with yourself in ways that are healthy and conducive to everything around you.
Yeah, you know what? Look. As much as that's a nice story, we need to, get meet this quarterly earnings. So, just
Mm-hmm.
why don't you make it a little bit more cute, add a little bit more explosions, and like take out all the boring stuff. And I think we're good.
When the frog is about to get eaten, presumably, he
Mhm.
pulls out a grenade that looks like the most realistic grenade imaginable. But when he throws it at the spear, it explodes confetti and sparkles, and the spear looks at it with a sort of whimsical, sort
Look,
of look to it.
we've already got the R rating. Let's just go with a real grenade.
Okay, a real grenade
Then we'll get
that
the adults too.
that does crack the spear a little bit. Doesn't completely destroy it, but it
And then it
cracks the
starts
spear.
leaking, and then it just
Mm-hmm.
explodes and goes everywhere.
Mm-hmm. All over the city, all between
Yes,
threads of web.
exactly.
Who would watch this?
Uh, Definitely the same kind of people who would watch there's definitely an audience. You just, I mean, look,
Is an audience for mostly everything. I'm just saying in
there
general.
is an audience for everything, especially if you lie lie about your product.
God, this is an internet movie. This is a Twitter movie.
It's just the emoji movie, but with a spider and a frog. I actually haven't watched the emoji movie.
I've seen the Emoji Movie, and I didn't want you to remind me of it. But oh god, the Frog Day time sphere is just the Emoji Movie, but it's an unnaturally large sphere with arachnid legs and a frog. God,
um,
Meh is the frog, and the princess is the spear.
um,
Oh no!
you know, you know,
Oh
let's think about this. The sphere should actually be, um, a cute little creature. Actually,
Oh,
replace everything bad with cuteness.
but I thought the
No,
spear
no,
was
no, no,
already
no, no,
kind
no,
of
no,
cute.
no, no, no. We're gonna make it little creatures. We're gonna make marketable plushies. Okay, we got
The
this.
the spears, the little.
Yes, but
We can
there's
make frog
tons of
plushies
them.
too. Frog plushies, toad plushies, lizard plushies, salamander plushies. All and they all have sewn on a camcorder,
Oh my
except for
goodness!
the main
Imagine
character.
how many things we could copyright. Yeah, yeah.
Except for the sphere and the main frog. The main frog has like the grenade like stitched into its hand, but all the other plushies have the camcorder.
There you go. I think that's what we got a good movie. We did that. We did it, Dakota.
We got a good movie.
We've done it. We will make a
How are we going
movie.
to explain this to our other living partner in this actual dilapidated building when they get back from hunting?
Well, so there's this thing that I've invented, and I call it um i- language. And what you can
We're
do,
using language to speak and create this movie.
yes, you get it. You understand.
I understood from the moment we did this. Without thinking about it, actually.
You did. Well, I think that covers everything.
Oh my god. Oh man. So definitely in the layout of the kind of series episodic or in like series parts of this podcast I have already kind of laid out. We needed one of these episodes already. We have already completed one of these episodes and it's the frog daytime spear.
The name is so silly.
It's so much.
So much. It's so much silly.
Rated R. You know?
Exactly. Rated R for really dumb.
Rated D for dumb.
Rated D for idiots.
Di- Rated I for idiots.
Rated I for I stupid.
Oh, oh man. Oh man. Rated I for I failed my exam, and so I'm going to watch this movie at least on a Friday evening to make myself feel better and to perhaps not explain to my parents how I failed this exam.
You understand. You understand. Rated I for am I am extremely hungry and craving ice cream.
Rated I for I already ate ice cream.
Rated I for I want some. Give it to me, please. Can I have some? Can you give it to me? I would like some,
Rated A
please.
for all gone.
Rated I for don't really care. Please give it to me now. Thank you.
I thought you were gonna say rated K, kill you.
Rated K. K.
uh, so we got
Destroyed
a
with
good movie.
facts and logic.
We got a that phrase is filled to the brim with emotion. I don't know how people who say that have like a good head on their shoulders because it's about to roll off.
I mean, you clearly know that I don't.
Oh well, that's why you said it.
Yes. Exactly.
We got a good movie, a good
Hmm?
trailer.
Mm.
We have to make a poster, and we have marketable plushies, and
Tons.
it's rated
They
R,
will
and the
fill
movie's called
up
The
the
Frog
landfills.
Daytime Spear. Frog is spelled Forg, however, it's pronounced frog, and it's going to be releasing in theaters when we get it done. Um,
I think that can be done soon. We just gotta really crunch our animators, and we can get
mhm.
this out. I'll work really hard on telling them we need it sooner, and making them feel horrible and like low quality of life to the point that they kind of just put up with it, but also high enough that 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 actually no, you know what? We don't even need to worry about them quitting. I was gonna say, give them enough benefits but so they don't quit. But actually we can just like fire them, and we'll make sure that they can't
Oh no!
unionize either. We'll hire a few people to work on that for us.
God,
But
support
yeah,
unions.
I
just,
think
just, just, just off the rip before we get back into the bit. Support unions, please. Uh,
it's I well well how will we make all of our money if we do that? How will we make all of our money if we look, Dakota, you want that
mhm.
third yacht, right?
Oh man, that third yacht is so enticing.
Okay,
We're
then you
we're
already.
not used to this kind of role. This is a new one for us.
Well, that's what happens after success. We've had two huge successes, so it's
You
our
know what,
time
Olive?
to be eaten by the spider.
It's kind of funny how we've been pretending to do this, like in the bit, and like how it actually kind of makes sense with the movie to a degree.
Yes, I'm doing that on purpose.
I, oh yeah, I know you were doing it on purpose. I'm just pointing it out.
Thank you. I, I don't know why I got up so. So, thank you.
It's because it's 11:31 p.m. where I am, and
Mhm.
what time is it for you?
It is 1:31.
Fuck me, Ronan. Oh my god. Okay. Uh, we
That
gotta
will be
outro
if
this.
continue.
What?
Continue. Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Okay. I'm
Nope.
confused, but
Nope. Just
we
keep
gotta
going.
outro this.
All right.
This is, I believe, the second episode, maybe. Yeah, because the prologue episode was Meatloaf. The first episode was the Kid Cuisine one, and then the
Mhm.
second episode is this one, the Frog Daytime Spear, rated R. And, and the third episode will record something again, and hopefully we can keep with the animal main character motif because I think that's really funny. But if the next one is
Next
like
one,
humans,
we'll make them a human.
we'll probably make them a human the next one, and then our good friend Plubo will be here for the third episode, and whatnot. If you were wondering where the other person was, I've already talked about it with Olive and Plubo that this podcast has like a sort of story structure to it, and it's half story, half episodic. This one fits into the
Story.
categorical episodic episode, where we're allowed to have one that's just kind of like funky for no reason. This is one of those funky ones that still works into the story, and whatnot.
Funky is one word for it.
Funky is a fun word for it. I had to find something.
It fits. Definitely is yep. That we can totally use that word for this. Yep.
Sorry, this frog movie, this froggy little movie, the Frog Daytime Spear, and it's such a ridiculous thing. Oh
It's
my
it's an
god.
inspired name. Inspired
It's
by far too many hours spent on on Fortnite.
I've never touched that game a day in my life, but it seems
It's
like you may have.
Fortnite. It's Fortnite brain rot. It's spreading.
Hey, what's that skeleton in your closet? It needs to come out.
I used to play Fortnite on iPad mobile. Don't judge me.
Well,
I was
that's
I
not
was
up for
really
me to decide.
I was
That's
really
for the
bad,
that's for
but
the spear to decide.
that's where all of my problems come from.
The spear is to decide your fate, not I.
If I never had done that, I would have no problems in my life.
Oh, thank you for listening to Studio Miracles episode
Sorry.
2. We will now insert the outro music right now. The Frog Day Time Spear rated R will be in the theaters near you. Bye.
Bye.